Don't get nasty, my little friend. Your puppy is not going to hurt you one bit. Just relax and sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And in the morning, you'll find yourselves in your new home. Eh, my pets?
Good morning, Doc. What you got there?
Ivan, I found some new friends.
Wasps? You better be careful. They can sting a man to death.
Don't worry, we understand each other. They know who their friend is. They can tell.
Yeah, too.
If you knew about wasps, what I know...
Hey, you, Barker. Yeah, surprised to see you out here in the field, sir. Now, how are things running at the front office?
Smooth as honey, Renfro. I see here you turned in over 1,000 pounds of orange blossom honey and 400 beeswax last month, Renfro.
Thank you, sir.
Well, honey needs your kind of man, Renfro. You stay with it, and I can see a bright future for you with the company.
Well, I do try to do my best, Mr. Barker. I try to take my inspiration from the bees. Always busy, busy, busy.
Yes. What about this fellow, Dr. Zinthrop?
Zinthrop? Boy, there's a nut. Him and his bees. You know, it wouldn't surprise me someday to see him flapping his arms, taking off after some queen bee with a... He has a little workshop up there back of the orange.
I suppose I'd better go up there and take a look. Hey, you! Where's this fellow Zinthrop?
Oh, he's up where the extractor is, up there.
Hey. This isn't a honeybee. These are wasps.
What? Who's responsible for this?
He was a crackpot.
Zinthrop, huh? Zinthrop! Zinthrop! Zinthrop, what's all this nonsense about wasps?
I'm so glad you dropped in, Mr. Barker. Mr. Barker, I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
Discovery? What do you mean?
Well, sir, I almost perfected a new method of extracting royal jelly from the queen wasp.
You're better at extracting funds from the company. Now, look here, Zinthrop, over $1,000 last month for miscellaneous.
Yes, I know. But, mister, let me show you something. Already I've learned to slow the process of aging.
See a big...
And a young dog.
All right. So what?
Well, they're exactly the... You see, the little one, Greta, has been given regular injections of my compound, Wasp.
Just like I told you, Mr. Barker.
Now, look here, Zinthrop. I understand about science and progress and all. We're attained to extract queen bee royal jelly. Now, it's a health food, a cosmetic. It's not a miracle drug or an elixir. Zinthrop, I'm sorry, Zinthrop. I'm going to have to let you go. You just don't seem to be one of the team. You understand. Good luck. I'm sure you'll fit in somewhere.
Fit in. Somewhere. Oh, now, don't worry, my friend. We shall find a home somehow, somewhere. Oh, but you sound impatient. I know. It's your babies, huh? They're hungry and they must be fed. Now, how would you like a nice, juicy little caterpillar, huh? You'd like that, wouldn't you? There. Now, you must eat them. Be strong because, well, we have a lot of work to do together. Yes, sir. Well, work.
As you can see, gentlemen, sales for the last fiscal quarter have dropped. Cent. There has not been a corresponding drop in our competitive sales. Satisfactory explanation for this decline. Not one little suggestion. No doubt you have some faint glimmering of what's happening to stolen products. Well, Thompson?
Well, you see, I
had no idea you were such an excellent public speaker, Thompson.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Darlin. I guess I'm not feeling very well this morning.
I'm sorry you aren't.
Not so badly, Miss Darlin.
We're listening, Lane. Where would you put the responsibility for this decline?
On you, Miss Darlin.
have arguments to support that contention.
We've all been looking at it for the past 20 minutes. May I show you? Thank you. Now, right here in Starlin's sales started falling off. Would you mind waiting until I finish, Miss Starlin?
That's enough, Lane.
Relax, Willis. My apologies for the interruption. Go on.
Now, as I said, sales began to fall in April. But the Starlin products have always been thought of as something of a modern miracle in the cosmetics trade. A firm built to a multi-million-dollar-a-year business on the strength and appeal of one person, Janice Starlin. From those products. Your face, they feel cheated. The simple fact is that Starlin Cosmetics should have Janice Starlin's picture advertising them. Well, that's about all I've got to say.
A darn good job of saying it, too.
I agree. Lane makes a lot of...
I think I've had enough flattery for one morning, gentlemen. It was a very convincing argument, Lane.
There's a Mr. Zimthorpe to see Miss
There's
Starlin.
only one small factor you've overlooked forever.
Miss Starlin,
Yes, Mary.
there's a Mr. Zimthorpe in reception. He says he has an appointment.
Thank you. Well, this has been a very informative get-together. That'll be all for now. Oh, Arthur,
Yes, Miss Starlin.
I'd like to see you in my office.
Oh. Take it easy, hotshot. Something on your mind, Miss Starlin?
Royal jelly, haven't you?
A little. Well, I'd say so. Of course, a lot depends on each individual's reaction to this stuff. It's just that notes I see the same way. One
Well, it can in some cases.
queen bee set a lot of store by it.
Alex, supposing a law, because that might have some rejuvenating effect on a human being.
I'd stay away from wasps if I were you, Miss Starlin. Socially, the queen wasp is on a level with a... strictly a one-sided romance.
Well, I'm not exactly interested in, the queen wasp. I want your opinion on the possibilities of using enzyme.
Well, if you want an honest opinion, Miss Starlin,
Of course I want an honest opinion.
then my advice is forget about it.
Thank you, Arthur.
Good time, Miss Starlin.
Have Mr. Zimthorpe come in.
Yes, Miss Starlin.
You can go in now, sir.
Oh. About time.
Janice Starlin Enterprises.
Miss Starlin?
Yes. How do you do? I'm afraid I won't be able to give you much time, Mr. Zimthorpe.
But it is I who give you the time, Miss Starlin. The time I give you. 10, maybe 15 years I give you.
I want you to understand one thing very clearly, Mr. Zimthorpe. I expect absolute proof of what you claimed in your letter. Tangible proof, not words.
Such proof you shall get, madame. And more. But I think...
All right. Come on.
Look,
Why don't you put them out of their misery?
madame, you ask for proof. Please be kind enough to look at proof you ask for. May I proceed? Thank you. Come. In a few minutes, madame, you shall see a miracle you shall not believe. Oh, no tricks, have no tricks. Well, don't look at me. I'm not changing. I see you do not believe one animal, so I bring two. I show you again, yes?
Yes, I must be sure.
Yes, madam. Well, Miss Darling, with my sheet for you, yes?
What are you doing?
First, I must have a laboratory equipped with everything I need for my research. If we're successful, well, I ask for little. But I must get full credit for my discovery. That is most important to me.
I'll have Gordon draw up the contract. Frankly, when I received your letter, eccentric. But there's always a chance you might not be. Then you walk in here and show me nothing short of a miracle. 2 miracles. And you say that you'll accept my word that I won't cheat you.
You won't. I know you're a good woman, even if you do not like other people to know it. However, my formula may not be good for human beings. I have not tested yet.
You will on me.
Oh, no. Very well. Though it may take a little time to prepare sufficient extract, a week, maybe more.
I'll make whatever arrangements you may need for your equipment.
Thank you, madame. Now I see how you're built. All this.
I'm very close to losing it, Mr. Zinthrop. Maybe working to... Maybe even make it bigger than ever before.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I'm sure the next 3 months we'll see a rise in starlin sales that Mr. Zinthrop is working on the file. He's to have a free hand in his experiments and will be answerable to no one but myself. At the moment, bring worldwide recognition to Janet.
Winthrop must be the granddaddy of all confidence men to taking a gal like Starlin. Why doesn't somebody wise her up?
Like you, for instance?
She is. Oh, women.
Men. Every time you're stuck for an answer, you always come up with women. You're not getting out of this one so easily. I'd like to know why you think Zinthrop really hasn't got something.
Well, you can call it male intuition if you like. It's just that there's something about this whole business that doesn't smell right. The private laboratory, the secret experiments, Zinthrop himself. The only thing that's missing is a...
Come on, I'll let you buy me dinner.
Buy you dinner. What's that?
You won the last 3 times.
All right, look, I'll make a deal with you. If you promise to keep an eye on what goes on in there.
What do you want me to do? Read her mail and send you messages and keep your code?
You could do worse.
Oh, no, Mr. Cooper, not you.
This man.
If I were sure of that, I wouldn't be worried. I think he's a lot more dangerous. A quack.
Oh, I don't follow you, Coop.
Well, a confidence man would just be interested in your money. The only damage they can do is to your pocketbook. A quack can be fatal.
So I says to him, I says, listen, Ivy, I'm getting sick of this TV every night. Janice, darling. Words for you. Drop dead. Twice. Irving calls me to tell me Dr. Cyclops is on Channel 9 tonight. Christ, I've seen it twice already.
Good morning. Is Miss Darling in her office?
Miss Darlin's in conference. Would you like to speak to her secretary?
Oh, no. Just say to Miss Darling I should like to see her when she has time, huh?
Yes.
Oh, no. Goodbye.
character. A regular two-eyed Dr. Cyclops.
Even the bow.
Good morning.
He's a real weirdie.
Wonder what his game is.
Who cares?
You know, Morton thinks he's a crackpot. I heard him telling Cooper so. Old Buckeyes really has the execs worried.
But what? That's just... Anyway, back to Irving.
Good morning, Miss Darling. Good morning.
Get away any sooner. Is it important?
Miss Darling, were you last week? No?
What about it?
Well, I want you to look at him. Come.
No.
Quite a difference, yes?
That's incredible. Same mark.
Forget.
You're young again. How does it feel?
I think perhaps you'll be able to find out for yourself, Miss Darling. Today will be... Sit down, please.
Mr. Gleason of accounting online.
What is it, Gleason? Yes.
It is no concern of yours, Gleason.
Make out a check for the full amount.
Sue? Mary. Can I talk to Mr. Lanham? Bill? Oh, for $2,300. Zinthrop. Enzyme extracts.
Yes, we are making progress. There's great improvement in the tissue.
Why is it taking so long?
You forget, my dear, there's more to you than a little kitten, no? Besides, there's a difference in metabolism.
Why not? Wouldn't that step up the process?
Patience, my dear, patience. We must tread lightly, with care, your arm, please. You know, I've been experimenting with a concentrated solution of the enzymes. They are more powerful than in your injection.
Oh?
Yes. And I think it will be better for lotions. As an emollient lotion, it'll make estrogenic creams and all such products old-fashioned. My dear, Stalin will be world famous, bringing you to millions.
You're right, Zinthrop. There are going to be a few red faces in my advertising department.
Well, your own mirror will tell you that I am right. Why, you look at least 5 years younger than you looked 3 weeks ago.
I know.
Will you let me talk to Bill a minute, Sue? Thanks. I'm a nervous wreck. At lunch.
You'll have to translate. Very good at that technical stuff.
Pseudo-technical. Mr. Zinthrop's a very capable confidence man, from what I read in this. He can stimulate the process of enzymes extracted from wasps.
Oh, for...
Well, what are you two Sherlocks going to do about it?
Right now, I don't know.
Frankly, I'm getting tired of the whole business. That woman's so intent on holding back time, she's ready to fall for the first phony line she hears. Wasps.
Phil.
Face the facts, Mary. Janice Starland has built her whole life on youth and beauty. Now that she's losing them, she's scared to death. Right now, she's on cloud 9 with that quack. She comes back down to earth.
Well, maybe we can let her down easy. I think we owe her that much.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to do? We can't just let Zinthrop build up her hopes and then knock the props out from under her.
How can he do such a terrible thing? Poor Jan. There must be something we can do before it's too late.
He's got a mighty convincing argument. Very impressive to the layman. Just as impressive. Well, there are ways to find out. The answer might be right here in our hands. Ed. I'm going to keep this letter for a day or two.
Wait a minute. Suppose she finds out it's gone. I'm the only one with access to that desk. She'll know.
What is it, Maureen?
It is you, Miss Darling. You look so different.
Finish your nail. Dean,
Hmm?
I think your phone is ringing.
Oh, yes, Miss Darling. Good morning. Janice Darling Enterprises.
Gentlemen, Janice Starlin Enterprises is about to start on the most widespread publicity campaign in the history of the country. Our slogan will be, when Mr. Zinthrop arrives, there will be a press interview and all questions regarding the rejuvenation process will be referred to, gentlemen.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's wonderful.
You
You look marvelous.
I said that will be orphan. Oh, not you, Mary. Wait a moment, please.
Yes, Miss Darling.
Mary, isn't it wonderful? It's a miracle, an incredible miracle.
We were so worried about you. We really thought you were in danger. We even went to plotting how to rescue you from Mr. Zenthrop. It all seems so silly. It seems ridiculous.
Oh, Mary. Mary, how old do I look? Tell me. How old? How old do I look? Tell me. How old?
23, maybe 22.
That's how old I was when I started Janice Starlin Enterprises. Do you realize what that means? I'm back with what it took 18 years to accomplish. It's like a dream.
Years ago, a bunch of quacks were treating people with monkey glands. Seemed to work for a while. And then the deterioration set in.
That's awful. Do you think that will happen to Jan?
I don't know. If I could just get inside of his lab and run a...
Mrs. Zenthrop! Mr. Zenthrop? Mr. Zenthrop? Find him, Mr. Hellman. I don't care what it costs.
We'll find him, all right. Sooner or later, we find them all.
Time is vital.
Address, no former employer, no phone. This is just like starting from scratch.
Mr. Zinthorpe wasn't a conventional employee. He didn't go through regular personnel.
Uh-huh. Well, how did he come here, Miss Starlin? He just didn't walk in off the street, did he?
Right here in my drawer.
Maybe one of the other drawers.
So that's what she meant.
What who meant? Miss Starlin. The letter's been taken, and you think you know who took it. Is that right?
My secretary, Miss Dennison.
You got her address handy?
Her phone number.
It might be better if I busted in on her cold. This way she'll have a chance to prepare a story.
I know what I'm doing.
All right.
Mary? Janice Starlin.
But before I went to lunch, I made a duplicate copy of Mr. Zinthorpe's letter. I was going to take that one to Bill and Mr. Cooper at first, but then I thought that the original would be better.
Have you got the copy?
Yes, it's in my desk.
Get that copy, Miss Dennison.
Uh-huh. 946 West 73rd Street, Manhattan. Yeah, that's right. Get right on it, Jerry, and check back with me as soon as you can.
Yeah. Oh. You're sure he's our boy? Uh-huh. Central emergency. Mm-hmm. Right. Looks like we've got him. There's a John Doe down at Central Emergency, auto accident. There's no identification on him, but he was wearing a lab smock and filled Zinthorpe's description.
Mary, get my coat and Len, get a cab downstairs.
Contusions of the body.
And there's definite brain damage. Just how much, we can't tell as yet.
How long?
It's hard to say, Mr.
Best man for this kind of injury.
Well, there's several top specialists.
Get the best. I'll take full responsibility for the expenses.
Yes, Miss Starlin.
I don't know, Arthur. I think it best we wait.
It's been 3 days since the accident, Jan. And no sign of improvement. He's still in a coma. You heard what the doctor said. He may never regain consciousness. And even if his brain has been damaged.
48 hours. He doesn't regain consciousness by then. Well, you can take over the laboratory, Arthur.
Janet.
It's my decision.
Incredible. Right in front of our noses. We can't have used it all. I could run a qualitative analysis.
Right in the middle of a good program.
I want this to be the biggest advertising campaign in the history of cosmetic advertising. Every newspaper and magazine in the country will be flooded with our new slogan to youth with Janice Darlin.
Excuse me, Miss Darlin.
What is it, Thompson?
Well, I think we should be a little conservative, Miss Darlin. Cosmetics are one thing, medications another. We're liable to run into trouble.
Yes. All advertising copy will be cleared through your office.
Well, it's a touchy business, you know.
Max is right, Miss Darlin.
Don't have to second the motion, May. I want one thing understood very clearly now, gentlemen. Janice Darlin Enterprises is going to bring the most fantastically saleable product ever developed. And I don't intend to be restricted by timidity on the part of my own staff. Is that clear? Are you all right, Miss Darlin? Just a little headache, Mary. I'm fine. Sorry, Mary. Well, that'll be all for now, gentlemen.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Gee, I sure hope they give the girls working at Starlin first crack at that new stuff. Imagine being 18 again.
I guess if it can take 15 years off Starlin, it can take 10 off you.
What do you mean, 10?
Face it, honey. This is Maureen you're talking to.
Yeah? Well, if I were you, I'd take a double dose. Then maybe Irving wouldn't watch television so much.
So who says he looks at it?
I can't imagine what else he does.
Free guess.
Say, did Cooper come in yet?
Mm-mm. Missed a board meeting this morning. I bet Starlin's having a fit.
He should worry. Uh-oh. See you later.
Hi, pretty puss. You know where, Miss Darlin's office is?
Suite number 1.
Lobby.
Wise guy.
It's more like it, sister. Suite number 1.
Miss Darlin. Oh, what is it, Mary? Zinthrop's room ready? Oh, uh-huh. The nurse is fixing the emergency. Be sure to let me know when it arrives. Oh, sure. Oh, simple enough. That'll be all, Mary. Thank you. We've had a room especially made over for you, Mr. Zinthrop. And Miss Warren has a room adjoining yours, so there'll be someone near you at all times.
Thank you. Good, good.
We'll do everything we can to make you comfortable, Mr. Zinthrop. Spend the nights here in my office. So,
Thank you. Thank you. Stop. Only tell you something, but important, but I cannot remember.
I'm sure it can wait. Right now, the main thing is to get you back to health. Take good care of him, Miss Warren.
Yes, Miss Darling.
Sure is funny about old Coop.
And this is one day of work and you're ready to call Mrs.
Conscious guy, honey. If he felt sick or something, he'd have called in.
Relax.
Missing the meeting this morning. Nobody's been able to reach him all day.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Mr. Cooper's been here a long time. Probably feels he's entitled to take a day for himself now and then.
That's what I've been trying to tell Mr. Lane.
Oh, by the way, Miss Starlin, how is Mr. Zinthrop?
Oh, fine. In a few days, we'll start the layouts for the campaign.
Oh, I'm ready when you are, boss.
Look those over.
Hey, Bill.
Huh?
Don't go getting any ideas about the boss.
Well, me? Don't be silly. I just wanted to know that I'm an eager member of the team. Still, she is looking a lot younger these days, isn't she? You think Zinthrop would give you any of those treatments? You know, drink the water.
Guaranteed of this, too.
What's that? What?
Now, you just had a bad dream. Lie down now.
Oh,
Go to sleep.
such horrible sound. Like a nightmare.
It's a bad dream. Lie down. Just a dream.
Tell Mr. Green that personnel is his responsibility. Walked off the job.
Well, that's just... Mr. Green feels that the watchman never left the building. His lunch pail and his raincoat are still in the basement.
I don't want to hear anything more about it, Mary. We'll use these.
Where she heard a scream from one of the other... And I'm going to find out what it is.
How?
Have a look around Cooper's lab, for one thing. After that, I don't know.
Bill, this is crazy. We could really get in trouble.
I won't tire him, Miss Warren, but...
All right, Miss Darling. I'll be in my room.
Zinthrop, you've got to help me. Something's happening. Something's happening to me. I can't control it.
There is something I must remember, but I can't.
Try to think. The wasp enzymes. The extracts you were experimenting with before the accident. Try to think.
Well, this is Zinthrop's notebook, Mary. Notes on his experiments with Jan.
Well, how did Cooper get hold of it?
I don't know. If only Coop would show up. Mary, look.
You've got to make more, Zinthrop. Help me, Zinthrop. Zinthrop, help me! Help me!
Is he asleep?
I don't know.
No, don't touch him.
If anybody knows what's behind all this, it's him. Mr. Zinthrop.
Bill. Look at...
Well, her coat, purse, and everything else is still in there. She wouldn't go out without her purse.
Bill.
Cat, you must warn her.
Mr. Zinthrop.
Who are
Well, there's nothing to be alarmed about, Mr. Zinthrop. I'm Bill Lane, and this is Miss Dennison, Miss Starlin's secretary.
you? Miss Starlin. The cat.
What about a cat?
Must warn her. Injections. Must not take any more injections.
Is Miss Darlin in danger?
Terrible danger. I was...
Take it easy, Mr. Zinthrop. You're still pretty weak. Mary, see if you can get you.
There's no answer. Oh, Miss Darlin?
Is that you, Mary?
We're in the build. Happened down
Here,
here.
let me talk to her. Hello, Miss Starlin. This is Lane.
Why are you and Mary still in the building?
Myself. You must not
I
hold
can't
me
explain
back.
now, Miss Starlin.
I must help. You must not hold me back.
Had anything happened to Miss Darlin?
Hello. Hello, Miss Starlin.
What's going on down there?
Stay in your office. I'll be... Keep an eye on Zinthrop, honey. I'm going upstairs.
Oh, no. The insects.
Take it easy, Mr. Zinthrop.
Miss Darling.
I'll have to stay here. You go for Jan.
Okay.
When you get up there, call the police. You can't get outside on this phone.
All right, I'll hurry.
Now, the police.
What is please? Would you please call the police? What for? Look, I don't have time to...
Hyperhysteria. Now, what is this?
The enzymes. They've gone crazy.
Sure, Mr. Zinthrop. Now, you just relax and take it easy. Everything will be all right. We'll take care of those...
You do not understand. You do not understand.
Here, we'll take
Oh, you fool. Miss Darling will kill her and tear her body to shreds.
Miss Starlin, kill Mary?
Miss Darling is not a human being any longer. The enzymes have changed her. She will distinct.
Then Bill found Mr. Zinthrop's notebook in Cooper's desk. No, there's no mistake. We've got to call the police now.
Now, Mary, you're just getting a little excited. Who could possibly want to hurt Mr. Cooper?
Mr. Cooper? What about...
I told you were correct.
Mary!
Wait, I go with you.
I can't wait. I'm going...
Mary. Oh.